For those of you that have purchased this high pumpkin sign, I'm going to go through this and show you how I painted mine. I'm going to start by taking all the small pieces and putting them on this painter's tape. It just helps me keep myself organized and I don't lose any pieces. So the bottom section is on slats, and you're going to flip over each slat to the back side. Guys, there's many ways you can do this. You could paint your slats first. I try to free my edges from having too much paint, so I'm going to glue mine together first. And when you pick up your piece, you want to kind of hit the glue on closer to the back side, and then you're going to take this circular piece. It comes apart, and you kind of want to put it where it's not landing on a seam and glue that to the back. And then you want to kind of lift it quickly in case any of that glue seeps down through. This glue is very powerful. We use Stick Fast. Then I'm going to paint my first coat in Snow Owl. And this did require 2 coats. And the second coat, I'm going to do this dabbing motion, and I just feel like it gives it better coverage. And I'm going to make sure this is dried really well. Then I'm going to take my painter's tape and go to the second plank and block it off with the painter's tape. And I'm going to do this dabbing motion with the black and fill in that second plank. The dabbing motion is going to help any paint from seeping under the tape. And then you're going to remove the tape. And then I did it to the last plank. Basically what I'm doing is I want every other to be black and every other to be white. And I'm going to set this aside to dry. I'm going to take the black and fill in the crow. And then I'm going to take some chocolate and fill in the top stem of my pumpkin. And then I'm going to fill in the leaves. And then the buttons. There's a big button and a small button. And then I'm going to take a baby wipe and wipe back all this chocolate so it has more of a stained vibe on these parts. Then I'm going to take goldenrod and I'm going to hit the flower and the word high. And again, I'm continuing this dabbing motion. It just makes you use a lot less paint and you get better coverage. Then I'm going to use the same dabber that I had chocolate and put goldenrod and fill in that patch. And then I'm going to take a little goldenrod and hit the edges of my leaf. Then I'm using the dabber that had the chocolate on it, and I'm going to use that for my mandarina. So it is coming out a little darker. I try to use my dabbers as much as possible just to save, because once you wet them, you really can't use them to the next day. Then I'm taking goldenrod and blending it in that mandarina and chocolate, and it's just going to give me a lighter orange. I'm going to hit my panel with some sandpaper, and then I'm going to take a little chocolate and go around the edges and kind of put it through, and then take a baby wipe and wipe it back, leaving some of that chocolate residue behind so I get a little bit more of an antique vibe. Then I'm going to take my pumpkin parts and hit the edges with the chocolate as well. And this is just going to bring character to my pumpkin. And now I'm going to start gluing my pumpkin together, adding the centerpiece. I'm going to glue the patch in. I'm going to glue the eye to my crow and the patch to my crow. Then I'm going to take my platform and I'm going to glue my pumpkin to the platform. And just a little tip, you want your pumpkin as close to the center as you can. And it's just going to keep your sign from tipping to the left. Then I'm going to glue in my crow. I'm going to glue in my high. I'm going to glue in my leaves. It kind of fits like a puzzle. I'm going to add my flower, my little button for the center of my flower. And now I'm going to take my paint tipped Sharpie marker. If you're interested in these, just put a comment in the comments and I will get you a link. And then I just kind of fill in the patches and just put some highlights around the leaves, around the flower, around the edges of my pumpkin. And this just is going to bring character to my project. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. You can get this cutout and others at chalkitupfancy.com. I will post a link in the comments. I'm going to add some jute for my hanger. Thanks so much for watching. I do cover my final coat with clear 2X by Rust-Oleum. Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much.